Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samuel and today we're gonna learn how to knit the blackberry stitch, which is not reversible. It doesn't look the same on the wrong side. It doesn't look bad, but it's not the same. And this is one of the most popular and one of the most used stitches for the baby clothes. And to knit this stitch we need multiple of 4 stitches plus 2 border stitches and 4 repetitive rows. So let's get started. So let's get started casting on the stitches, and for the demonstration I have casted on 30 stitches, which is 7 by 4, 28 plus 2 border stitches, 30 stitches. And we're gonna start with the very first row, knitting the very first stitch, but you have to know that the first stitch is a border stitch and we don't work it anymore. And then what we're gonna do is continue for all the stitches on the first row of the stitch. And you have to know that we are going to purl always on the right side. We are going to purl always the stitches. So all the actions we are going to do on the wrong side of the label. So let's continue with the first row for all the stitches. Well, I'm about to over the first row and we're gonna continue with the second row, the wrong side of the label. So, well, the second row is the first stitch. It's a border stitch, so we don't need it. We just flip it to the right hand needle, and then what we're gonna do is continue with the next 3 stitches purled together. So we're gonna introduce to these 3 next stitches and purl them together. And then what you're gonna do with the next stitch is first knit, then move the yarn to the front of the label, purl the same stitch, then again move to the back of the label, the yarn, and knit the same. So this is the sequence we are going to repeat for all the way of the row. So again, move to the front of the label, the yarn, purl 3 together, and then the next one is knit 1, the same, purl 1, and the same stitch, knit 1, and now we drop the stitch. Again, purl 3 together, and the next one, knit, purl the same, and knit the same stitch. So this is how we're gonna continue for all the way of the second row. Last 3 stitches purl together, then knit 1, purl the same, and knit the same. Last stitch, border stitch, purl 1. And this is the second row, the wrong side of the label. And let's continue with the third row, which is the right side of the label, where we are going to purl again all the stitches. So we're gonna continue for all the stitches in the third row of the stitch. Well, once we have the row number 3, what you're gonna do is continue again with the wrong side, with the row number 4, where we have to continue with the same sequence, but what we're gonna do is change the order. Instead of start with purl 3 together, we're gonna start with the stitch which first we knit, then purl, and then knit the same. And then we're gonna continue with purl 3 together. Actually, this is the difference between the row number 2 and row number 4. So again, next stitch, knit 1, purl the same, and then knit the same, and then purl 3 together. So this is how we're gonna continue for all the way of the row number 4. Well, for those who need English style, knit 1, purl the same, and then knit the same. Then purl 3 together. Last stitch, border stitch. Also, there is not much difference between the row number 2 and the row number 4. The difference is that we just change the order of the purl 3 together with the stitch which we knit, purl and knit. And then the right side is always the same for all the stitches. This is not going, it's not going to change for all the way of the stitch. So what I'm going to do is repeat few more times the 4 rows to show you how it looks like the stitch, and let's continue with it. Well, I have repeated 5 times the 4 rows for this demonstration, and it's called blackberry stitch because you can see the blackberries which we have on the right side of the label, the motifs, and it's not reversible, the stitch. It doesn't look the same on the wrong side. It doesn't look bad, but it's not the same. And this is one of the most popular stitches, one of the most used stitches for the baby clothes. And this is how it looks like. I hope you really like it, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to do it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my Instagram. Bye bye!